Welcome everyone. Welcome to another community async. This is async number 6, AmbroZ1a, or Z1 Ambrosia, or some sort of wacky Zelda 1 inspired mode. Here's the rules for this seed. Basically, it's a Triforce hunt, but the Triforce pieces are on the 10 pennant/crystal bosses. You need to find 8 of them and deliver them to the dude outside of Hyrule Castle. Other piece of information, it is universal small keys, and they're shuffled, so each dungeon's gonna have extra items than usual. Retro bow, but it's non-progressive, so silvers are out there somewhere, but you don't really need them since you don't have to fight Ganon in this mode. And the other thing is that the flute is activated upon pickup, which I always forget when I play this mode, and the boots are vanilla, so they're always going to be on green pennant turn-in, so I'll be curious to see if we actually don't get a green pennant TR or something this time. That tends to happen a lot. But without further ado, we have Tree Sap Thief and Gilgamesh, 2 of our runners that participated this week and offered a wee restream. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. After I PogChamp that gold pig, I don't have the gold pig on the restream, so. But congrats. Congrats. Also, hello. Okay. I'm gonna fade this out. I'm gonna hit this button. And hopefully this is synced up pretty well. Monkey music. Yeah, let me know how the audio is. Oops. It's a lot sooner than I thought it'd be. Dang it, Gilgamesh. Go faster. Alright. And we're on. Yeah, it's open mode, it's retro. There aren't any take-any caves like normal retro, so we're not going to be running into random entrances. We got 3 crystals in the light world, which is really nice, I guess. I mean, in this mode, since you're just getting the boss drops, not the dungeon prizes, for the most part, you don't really care unless they're, like, unique. Like, unless they're red crystals or the green pennant. Like, that's all you really care about. Though, you know what? I don't know how often you actually have a red crystal, like Pyramid Fairy check in this mode. Oh, we got a free glove. Very nice. You'll love to see that. That means we have access to the back of Escape already. And looks like, yep, save quit from both runners. We'll probably go to Sank, and then since we didn't, I don't think either player picked up a bomb at any point. Unless... Ooh, nice lamp. No bomb, so which means we can't check the back of Escape for those cheeky items. I felt like this was a pretty cool mode to play for this week, just because it's just one of those modes where there's usually a few options on how to finish it, because, you know, you have 10 dungeons, you only have to beat 8 of them, but it can be any 8. The downside about this mode is, more often than not, those 2 dungeons you end up not doing are Mire and TR. Or, like, Swamp and TR, just these dungeons that usually require a good chunk. Oh no, can't get the rupee. Not checking Lumberjack. I feel like a mode like this, you want to try and hold on to your cash because it's retro. The shops are still going to have, you know, keys for sale and the single arrow that you can purchase. So something like a hula hand to start is not a bad call. Gilgamesh desperate grabbing that 5 rupee. Did the double take, like, ooh, free money on the group. Yeah, we're stacking up. We got a Moon Pearl. 50 bucks. $5. 300 bucks in the Lost Woods is a nice find. Oh, I didn't realize that. Tree Sap did not even go into Lost Woods, so we're gonna miss out on them dollary dues. But we can use the money that he did find to grab some bombs. We already have 2 of our Dark World pieces, which is interesting. Oh yeah, Gilgamesh using that noggin. There's that one rock that had a bomb under is one of those 50-50 rocks that will sometimes has a 50% chance each time of dropping a bomb. Can you not get bombs in the jars? There are certain jars that will have bombs. One of which is locked by bombs. There's a bomb hut in the bottom left corner of Kakariko that has 4 pots with bombs in them. But of course, you need a bomb to get that. If this was like Pottery Lottery, the mode where all the contents underneath pots are shuffled in the general pool, then yes, you could get bombs. But... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Trust, I've done that. There's a single, I think a single bush down by that bombable hut that has a chance of spawning a bomb. And boy, it's really fun sitting there trying your luck. I absolutely hate relying on those 50-50 bushes or rocks. You know, some people will route straight from Link's house to Kakariko from the south, and there's like 2 bushes that have the 50% chance of dropping bombs. And it is aggravating when you're sitting there and trying like 2-3 times and walking away with only a single bomb. Tree Sap gonna get their Ice Rod. Yeah, Quake and Ice Rod. That's and Moon Pearl. I mean, Moon Pearl's pretty important. That looks like both runners are gonna end up having to purchase a pack of bombs here. Picks up the single arrow as well. That's a required item in order to use your bow once you find the bow. I don't recall if they've patched out. There was an issue where if you found the silver arrow and then found a bow, it lets you skip having to buy the arrow. Which honestly sounds like Z1. Like, it sounds normal. So I wouldn't say it's really a bug per se. Maybe it feels different if it's progressive bows versus picking up the single silver arrow icon. Yeah, we had a map check. Both runners saw crystals in the light world. Ooh, there's our bow sitting in the library. I'm saying, I think in Link to the Past retro mode, it was unintended that getting progressive bow silvers let you use the bow without purchasing the arrows. If I recall correctly. So green pendant locks our boots, which locks our bow. That is the only bow, that one that's sitting there at the library. There's no other bow in the game. So now I'm very curious to find out where this green pendant is. It's in the Dark World somewhere. But yeah, now we're sitting pretty on Roops. Plenty of money now. Big money. So we have South Shore pretty much, and then you have to make the decision on Agnes Cave or Moldorm Cave over to Ice Rod Cave. I don't know if we saw this. Well, I don't think we did not see this from Tree Sap, but Gilgamesh having to use the Ice Rod and a bomb to take out the Key Rat just to check the Dark Cross chest. Yes, this mode has a rupee bow, so and you can tell because at the top of the screen there's no arrow count underneath the bow icon or the arrow icon. So yes, when we do get the bow, it'll cost 10 rupees for every regular arrow and 50 rupees for every silver arrow. Yeah, the concept of this mode was to kind of create a more Zelda 1 experience. And I think it's close. It's pretty close. Our very own Cara Fruit actually put in a cool option where instead, after you get the 8 Triforce pieces you need, it makes Ganon vulnerable, as opposed to just turning it into the guy outside Hyrule Castle and ending the game. You have to get your Triforce pieces and then go beat up Ganon, which is more aligned with what I want from this mode. I just gotta squeeze in a little door rando and I'm set. Nice Canis, Mari, and Bombos here out of Mulrum Cave. Nice crab dodge there. It is a bit awkward with only 3 swords. I think maybe it would balance it out if you turned... If you brought back, like, the free sword. Or I think the better option would be to just do Link to the Past style. There's 4 swords, but you only get your first 3. And then the last one becomes rupees. I think that as a concept just always works a lot better. Let's see this bomb strat here from Gilgamesh. I had a laugh earlier when Gilgamesh went through all the trouble going to Dark Cross and just getting his key back. It's pretty much all that happened. Canis Maria, Bombos. But right now we're really just looking for our Dark World access. Which, for these runners, they're probably hoping for a hammer. So they actually have a real weapon. Not a weapon based on consumables. Oh gosh, everything's so heckin' rude down here. Seeing the fake flipper from Tree Sap heading up to the Hermit under the bridge. And Gilgamesh skipping Ice Rock Cave. I wonder if this was just a call based on health. Didn't want to get sniped by a crab. Or do we already... No, we hadn't... No, I think he did go there. He's for everybody. It's also an awkward mode because of how important rupees are. Because, you know, you might have to go and purchase a bunch of keys at some point. Nobody wants to go spend the money on Zora, ever. Without at least setting up some sort of, like, save warp. There's Ether, sitting on Lake Hylia Island. I know when I'm playing a mode, like, not exactly like this, but, like, if I'm playing, like, Cross Keys or... Well, it's usually Door Rando or there's Shop Sanity. I'm, like, hoping Waterfall Cave ends up being a dungeon so I can... Well... So I can Death Warp before spending all my money on Zora. See what we got at Waterfall. Another key. Another key! Wow. How lovely. I mean, I guess there's no problem spending money on Zora if the game just keeps giving you keys. I need to get the Door Rando stuff set up. I think maybe next week we could even do like a Shop Sanity mode. Or for Async 8 the following week. Throw in a little Shop Sanity. So Zora is in logic because we do have a glove. Just leads to a heart container, but you're not going to turn that down with only 4 hearts. Probably would rather not spend 500 on a heart container, but... What you gonna do? Alright, what do we have left? Agnes Cave, front of Hyrule Castle, and Saha Eastern Dip. Like, the 3 worst options. Now, the interesting thing is... With... Oh, I guess you do have access to the mountain as well. You would need a little bit more than just a sword to be able to go through Aga Tower, but... I don't know, anytime I see Moon Pearl and Lamp early, I'm like, maybe Aga. Green Ice Palace, huh? Okay. Ooh, nice hookshot. Well, now Death Mountain's looking a lot better. Yeah, you don't even go to Eastern. This is definitely going to work out in Treesap's favor. Shot first time up the mountain. Can open up a lot of goodies. So yeah, that's interesting. If we want to get the bow to be able to beat Eastern or Pod, potentially, we'd have to go beat Ice Palace first, which would require a few more items that we do not possess. Think we're gonna find our hammer or our mitts? How about a book? Ugh, well. Ugh. Oh, we can check pedestal. We can get into desert, which might be technically beatable. If the big key is not on the torch. So right now, yeah, our means of getting to the Dark World would be to find the hammer or the mitts. Mitts would get us Dark World access via the portal north of Kakariko. Hammer will get us access via that same portal, as well as the portal south of Link's house or the portal south of East Palace. And there is our full spread. We got pendants at Swamp, and thieves, and red crystals at TR and Skull. So, of course, you know, at that point, if you're Gilgamesh, you're like, all right, well, I mean, you have Ice Rod and Samaria and 2 medallions already. There's a very good chance that TR is going to be one of the dungeons we beat today. Now, looks like Gilgamesh is going to take that book over to Desert. So we're going to get a little divergence here. That's always fun. We like to see it. Desert's gonna be boots lock, I can feel it. Yeah, probably. It's usually a pretty safe assumption. I mean, the thing with retro keys is, like, at least now you have a much higher chance of being able to beat Desert at this point. Because, like, without it being retro and the key's universal, you know, there's a chance that either the big key is going to be on the torch, or the small key leading to the big key is going to be on the torch. In normal modes. 20 bucks out of Agnes Cave. We're going to see what's over on East Death Mountain. But if Desert is beatable, this is not really a good loadout to deal with that. Not one bit. I mean, even with full set of magic, I mean, we could Ice Rod. Lamel is down, but it's kind of gross. There is our magic powder. I completely missed what was on the ledge. It looked red to me. Could it have been the boots? No, it couldn't have been. That would be actually impossible. Was it a fire rod? Perhaps? I don't know. There's a hammer. Okay, wow. Hookshot leading a hammer. This route working out really well. And, you know, assume Treesap would probably go ahead and do Tower of Hera right away. I mean, you got the means. You got the goods. Alright, what is on the floating island? 20 bucks. Nice use of Samaria block to kill these enemies, Gilgamesh. It's a map, and I think this is our last chance for the big key. Yeah. Alright, well, Boots Lock Desert. What a shocker. Oh, there's the cape on Ether Tablet. Good info. Dude, where's our swords? Where the heck are they? Also good to see some more money here. Yeah, right now, Tree Sap's on a pretty good route. Gonna be able to get their first Triforce piece. Probably head over, do Spiral Cave next. Wonder if we'll see a tile room. I feel like, in this instance, no. Yeah, kind of hard to do the Herapod setup when you ain't got any health. Oops. I feel like we've all done that at least once. Try and go for a bomb jump with, like, 1 heart. Like, nah, it'll be fine. Maybe it's just me and Tree Sap that have done it. Oh, interesting. Just going right for the boss. Not even gonna drop down and check the middle chest. Never happened. Alright, let's see this Moldorm fight. 2 hammers, 1 more to go. Moldorm being pretty friendly. Nice. Nice job. Well done. Easy fight. There's our first Triforce piece on the board. And pushed him. When I was planning this async, I briefly was thinking about doing something like showcasing more than 1 streamer, more than 2. Like, do, like, 3 people, and then just reduce the tracker down to, like, just the bosses. Like, just the boss icons. Just to be like, alright, these are the bosses that people beat. But I feel like having the full spread of items is too valuable in this mode. Otherwise, people will be like, hey, does Gilgamesh have a footbridge yet? You know, stuff like that. Oh, what's up, Tree Sap? Look, you made it! You're on the big TV. Nice opening round so far. Yeah, watching 4-way races is a bit too hectic. It's unfortunate because, like, during League, the co-op races were my favorite to play in, but were just not fun to watch for the most part. Gilgamesh getting the news about the cape. Tree Sap's so talented. Just a reminder, this is not a live race. The nature of these asyncs is that people play them ahead of time, and then I grab their VODs and then throw them up on here. It's a lot more casual when it's not live. The only time it's hectic is when I have, like, a co-com on and I have to make sure that all that's set up right. A lot of money here in Hype Cave. Wow, we are rich. We are very rich. We're rich. Let's see if we'll get a map check from Tree Sap yet. There it is. Alright, gets the news about all the rest of the dungeons. So yeah, this Hera is big key in the basement. I'm gonna imagine Gilgamesh is gonna skip it as well. Especially when you already have Dark World access. It's like, you know what, if there's something in the big chest, then it's gonna stay there, probably. Yeah, for me, the idea of these asyncs is not, like, big competitive racing between my community. It's more just like, here's a game, you can play it, have fun with it, play it how you want to play. If you want to play it with a casual mindset or a competitive mindset, you do your thing. If you want to be restreamed or don't want to be restreamed, that's cool too. The idea is just we play the game and we talk about it. We have a good time hanging out. Even last week, I played Async 5. It was fun. I won't say anything more. I don't want to talk too much about previous Asyncs in case people still want to play them. But yeah, if you're interested, all you have to do is just hop in the old Discord. I believe I have a ! Discord command. People have fun playing this. The way I've been experiencing this game, I'm starting to lean more towards these just like async style. Like, I don't know. I'm personally kind of like, I'm personally on a break from 1v1 live races. I'm far more interested in just like playing the async, submitting, and then going about my day. Especially like when he started getting into restreams that have like the 10-minute delay, it's just, I'm just not interested anymore. Did you guys see that they announced the next main tournament starting March 27th? I saw that announcement. I'm like immediately conflicted. I'm like, do I want? I'll wait and see the modes, and then I'll worry, and then I'll think about it. Yeah, exactly. Really, async is just, it's a lot more laid back. I don't think it's a good concept for like a competitive mode or tournament, just because you really have to do a lot more vetting. But for something casual like this, like, it's perfect. Alright, both runners are back into Kakariko, just kind of doing a little bit of cleanup. Nothing off a magic bat. Nothing too exciting. And... oh, interesting. What is this? Well, I guess Treesap... right, Treesap kind of routed this weirdly. Because Treesap rushed Kakariko and then went north to Lost Woods and saved and quit. So never actually came south here. So I was about to get that information about the boots-locked bow. And then we'll probably see both runners head into probably Thieves Town for our next Triforce piece. So this is interesting. If we do... well, even if we do get our mitts, I mean, we could... I mean, Ice Palace is still not a play yet, because we either need to find a Fire Rod or we need a sword for that Bombos. Getting around the flippers is whatever. I mean, both these runners, I would assume what's on their mind is, okay, I need to find the means to beat Ice, so I can get my dang green pendant, so I can go get my boots, so I can go get my bow, so I can go beat Eastern and Pod, because both of those dungeons are now beatable once we get our bow. It's okay, Teresa. There is no such thing as perfect routing. Shot for that guard. Where the heck are our swords, anyway? Where they at? There's a mushroom. Wobbly. What's up, Shottas? Howdy. Gold piggy for... sorry, we already had a gold piggy earlier today. Sorry. I mean, we've had 2 piggies in a day, 2 gold piggies in one stream before, so... is it really your birthday? Happy birthday, Shottas. Dude, everybody's birthday is today. At least, I think 3 people I know have birthdays today. The day before Valentine's Day. Alright. The rule is that Thieves Town always has the best song in the MSU pack. I want... what's it called? Treetop something. I think that's from the first Donkey Kong. Treetop Rumble? Nah. Actually, I think this is just all Donkey Kong Country 1? This is a spooky song. I've been watching, should be all three. Okay. That's what I thought, because that's the pack that I've used before. I've been watching my buddy DT do his shuffler every now and then. And his shuffler does include some Donkey Kong Country rando, which looks insane. Which I've played before, and it's painful. It is pure suffering. I should do another one of those sometime. And a crowd control. I need to try more crowd control games. It's just funny because, like, for whatever reason, sometimes his Donkey Kong just, like, jumps forever. Just, like, leaps in the air and never comes back. Alright, we're still on Green Mountain, right? So, Gilgamesh copy a wee big here. Stump prize full magic, that's kind of nice. Tree-sap hoping for a hard drop. Yeah, this is not the most ideal loadout for a Dark World dungeon in general. Okay, Gilgamesh, if you can make it to the Maiden Cell, there is a bunny beam that you can hit. Tree-sap gets the Anti-Fairy right there. I mean, at least you got that hook shot. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Gilgamesh will be fine. I'm just nervous for him. Also, there's heart pots here anyway, so. So right now, we're looking for mitts. I think mitts would open up the most stuff. A sword would be good too. Fire rod would be good-ish. Like right now, I don't think there's a single item that we can get that would let us beat any more dungeons. Everything's kind of locked behind other stuff. And once again, right now, like in this mode, the boots are always vanilla. So it's off a green pennant turn in, and green pennant's in Ice Palace, and even then, we still need a little bit more to be able to beat Ice Palace. Oh, sweet! Gonna see some Samaria strays. Okay, Blind kind of sailing through that first block. It's weird how that works. Like, when Blind first spawns, you can smack him with your sword or hammer, but Samaria block just completely ignores it on the first phase until Blind gets to the top of the room. Yo, what's up, Daft? Hostrats. Oh! Gilgamesh, no! That's a death. Yeah, I'm gonna come back later. That's the thing is, with that fight, like, it's a lot harder on your second try because you don't have that free time to get set up on the back, but what I can't believe is we didn't see no hammer strats. There we go. Dude, I patented a perfect swordless hammer strats fight for that one tourney that I got third in. Uh-oh. It's not going well for Tree-sap either. Oh. Alright. Not like this. Well, at least both runners are suffering together. I remember... I need to actually go back and relearn it. Not only that, but I came up with the safest setup for a hammer Aga fight where you never get hit by the fireballs. Or if you do get hit, it only does half damage because it hits you with the broken part fireball, as opposed to the like. If you get hit by the first blue ball, it does a full heart. But if you break it apart, or it hits a wall and breaks apart and hits you, it only does half a heart. Yeah, that sounds like inverted. Oh, this is a chamber. That's one thing I've never done is 100% at any of the Donkey Kong games. I don't think. No, I definitely haven't. Games Impossible. There's our flippers here in Skullwoods, which, once again, doesn't do anything for us yet. We need to find a mirror as well. If we find a mirror, then that opens up, you know, good old cheeky swordless swamp. But, I mean, there's always a sword in swamp. Everybody knows that. This is shaping up to be a relatively frustrating seed. Despite how nice it was getting to the Dark World for the most part. Like, we just have a lot of these dungeons that we can't do all of. Alright. Anything else in Skull Woods? One of the nice things about this mode is because the keys are universal and shuffled, it means that all the dungeons are going to have extra items to replace the small keys that were in there. Now, of course, those could be replaced with more small keys, but also want to point out that both runners are sitting at double-digit small keys, which is really nice. The Simon minigame in DKC3 was not fun, I agree. But you gotta get the banana fairies. Somebody's gotta get them. Oh man, we're going to catfish. I'm seeing catfish from both runners. So, let's see. Dude, I hope they both left something. What if there's like a sword? There's just a sword in Tower of Hera Big Chest. Because I'm pretty sure we saw a map and compass already. The seed had so much potential, and now it's going full stank. Yeah, I also want to give a big shout out to people that went above and beyond for these restreams, like, you know, uploading their VODs to YouTube, which, if it's on YouTube, it's easier for me to download. Nice bug net. Or, you know, streaming without alerts and mic, so we get to actually enjoy in-game audio, so thank you. I think I also asked Locke to upload a video, because I was originally... When we had, like, I think 5 people that played the seed, so I was gonna have him, and then TreeSap popped up, like, almost last minute. So I was like, oh, let's showcase a new person. So thank you, Locke, even though I didn't end up using yours. I made it up to him by letting him kind of pick our mode for next week, so it's okay. Also, I just realized this is our first time into Hyrule Castle. Yeah, Spiral Cave was just money. So now it looks like we're gonna get some new info from Gilgamesh, while TreeSap is gonna get the news about Desert being boots locked. What are we gonna find? I mean, if we get the mitts, it opens up mostly just Dark Death Mountain and Smith Chain. If we get the mirror, it opens up Swamp. If we get flute, opens up nothing. A sword opens up nothing. Fire rod does nothing as well. Fire rod gets us 1 check in the back of Skullwoods. Nobody wants to go to Pod. Pod smells. I think the worst part about it is just because you know that you can't beat it if you go there. But that's the thing, in this mode, Pod is... I think Pod, outside of like GT, is probably the most dense dungeon just because of how many small keys are in that dungeon that aren't under pots. There's the silver arrows for Gilgamesh, which, you know, with the amount of rupees we've conjured up, would be kind of nice if we end up fighting like a Vidi or something. Yeah, I think the way Treesap set this up is to go do Agnes Cave afterwards. But this is looking like... We haven't been in Eastern either. So, gosh. Man, seeds are getting worse by the second. Where are we going? Gilgamesh, where are you going? I'm trying to dodge this archer. It's okay, Treesap. You missed 20 bucks. It's fine. I think Gilgamesh was gonna go... He's gonna go check Mushroom. Okay. That was, I feel like at that point you just commit to whatever the hell you were about to go do, because that was a lot of time spent walking back. But... Unless... Well, no, we don't even have a bottle if you wanted to do, like, Mimic Clip or something. Aw. I think Treesap was looking for a good shop. A retro shop. But I don't know what for. Just a heart container. Looking for the take any. Oh, there aren't any take any's. Whoops. No. Hey, Paul, here's the thing. For each of the asyncs with unique seeds, in the Discord channel for that async, I'll post at the top the settings. And this one, I posted, it was open plus retro, and in quotations put no take any's. So there's no take any's with a free sword or a free heart container or free potion. If you missed that, Assion Fall. Whoops. I don't really, yeah, I don't care for, I personally don't care for the retro take-inies either. They're only good in, like, entrance shuffle. Because checking useless entrances in a non-entrance shuffle feels bad all the time. It's not fun. No good. Wonder if this is going to be Gilgamesh going into Skull at this point? Maybe? We're kind of down to Pod or Eastern, I think. That's all we have logically left. It's cooking. Okay. So Pod normally has what? 5 items? And it normally has 6 small keys. So it has 11 items technically in this mode. The only downside about this dungeon is you spend a lot of keys in here. I'll make sure to also include those notes about modes on the spreadsheet, just in case people aren't in the Discord, though you should be in the Discord, just in case people miss it. Alright, well, Gilgamesh gonna get them flippers. Let's see what the heck we got here in Palace of Darkness. Right now, we either want to find a mirror for Swamp, or mitts and a sword for Ice Palace, which would still be kind of stinky. Or mitts and a fire rod. Blue mail's really nice. $24 keys to full clear the game. That sounds plausible. I still think retro in general would benefit from like a like keyring option where you can like buy 3 keys at the same time or something. Drop $300 for 3 keys. You know, no, you should get a discount if you buy that many. $280. Just a little discount, just a tiny one. Alright, what's in pod? Just make them not despawn? Yeah, okay. I could see that. So you could just stand there and mash it. Be able to mash the button. Keep buying stuff. Actually, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Alright, what's it gonna be? I'm gonna laugh if the answer's Eastern. Nothing but flippers. And yeah, we've already done everything we can with flippers. Try buying 99 potions in FF1. Do you have to buy them one at a time? Oh yeah, if the answer is hair at Big Chest, that would be incredible. Oh, that sounds awful. Tricep trying to get this hammer jump. Looks good, got it. Red mail. 2 mail upgrades in pod. Nobody asked for this. There's Mitts and Pod. What a classic. What a classic. Great, now we can go do Dark Death Mountain. Oh, Gilgamesh is going into Eastern. Maybe we'll find something else in here. Maybe the seed wants you to do both dungeons without being able to beat it. But yeah, you go up the mountain, you can get your TR medallion info, get your Super Bunny, get your Hookshot Cave. It's either that or we go Smith Chain, but Smith Chain sucks. But it looks like we're gonna do Front of Escape. Oh. There's our sword. Hey, look! There's the 2 things we need to go beat Ice Palace, to get our boots, to get our bow, to go beat Pod Eastern. Boy, I snagged a gross one for y'all. Can't blame me for this one, though. I got this one off the ladder website. Surprisingly, so you can go to the ladder website and you can like grab a random seed from all the different seasons. This mode is the only mode, or one of the few modes, maybe the only mode, that there's not been a single double forfeit. Because you can pick ladder seeds based on if both players forfeited, usually meaning that they're really bad. But I mean, for Gilgamesh, that sword is nice. It does open up nothing for him right now, but you feel good about finding it. And our first bottle. That's just, I mean, that's the thing, is you get the hookshot out of Saha's hut, and it's like, I'm right there. Eastern's right there. I could just dip into it right now. Especially with Lamp, it's not like the worst dip possible. And you know what? Especially when you find out that green pendant ice is where your boots that lead to your bow is. I'd be a lot more inclined to just go ahead and dip Eastern then at that point. And the downside about having red mail is you are not going to death warp off of that ball and chain guard. Funny enough, it'd be actually faster to death warp off of the green guard, because the green guard still deals, I think, half a heart of damage even with red mail. Okay, Sick Kid dropping change. Fair change. Need the iframe reduction. Well, this isn't swordless tree sap, so I don't know what you're hoping to do here. I didn't sneak swordless on everybody. This. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know. Not going straight up to Dark Death Mountain is interesting for sure. I am gonna laugh if the seed actually requires you to dip Pod for Mitts, dip Eastern for the sword, to then go do Ice Palace. Like, that's the intended play. Okay, I think Tree Sap had other plans, but then remembered Death Mountain. But, or, no? Is this a ped check? Oh, you're still looking for take any's, I see. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that is one of the take any locations. I don't blame you. Yeah, because if you had a sword, you'd be able to potentially dip into TR a little bit, but... Well, hopefully you didn't spend too long looking for this sword. Jalapeno Jello, thanks so much for the 39 months. Appreciate that very much. Thank you. I'm still mad. There was in a mystery tourney last year, and I lost a race by like 4 seconds or something. And I remember I spent extra time hunting down a take any sword. And it was expert mode, so Master Sword was your last sword. So I was feeling great. Like, man, I can't imagine losing this, because it was like a low crystal required seed. And then turns out there was another sword just sitting in Saha's hut that I didn't notice because it showed up as another green 20. And then I got sniped in the fanfare, and... yeah. That didn't feel good. I didn't enjoy that. Alright, Gilgamesh and Pod gonna be getting those mitts and both those mail upgrades here pretty soon. And then I would assume you'd take that straight to Ice Palace so you can go get your boots. So you can go get your bow, so you can go back and beat Eastern and Pod. And that would be what? 1, 2... oh, and then you can go beat Desert as well, so... that puts you at 5. 5 Triforce pieces already. Still looking for that non-existent sword. Feels bad. So, I'm assuming that means that they put... I don't know, this mode still only just has the 3 randomized swords, but... they are in the general item pool. Alright, now we're gonna see Dark Death Mountain. I mean, the interesting thing is... if we did have access to TR without Fire Rod, as long as the big key isn't on the right side, you can get all the way through the dungeon. You just can't beat it without the Fire Rod, but... This would be the type of seed to put a fire out on Laser Bridge. You see some Mimic Clip in here from Gilgamesh? Buffer list? Buffer list. Aw, buffer list. Also, I'm pretty sure even in standard retro, the take any's don't replace shops ever. The take any's are their own set of entrances. Yeah, we didn't see this from Tree Step side either. Money and a key, so basically key money. I think in my Zelda channel, on my Discord, there is a pinned message that has all the take any locations. I think I had to bring that out the other day because I did a mystery seed that ended up being retro, I think. Yeah. It was another classic sword in the bombable hut in Kakariko. Gilgamesh, what are you doing? Oh, no boots have to go all the way around for this. Okay. Gotta learn that sweet left side bomb jump that I use all the time. It's basically free. Alright, Bombos for TR, so if you had a sword, you could crack that one open. Maybe there'll be a second sword up here. Nope. Fire shield. Best I can offer. Oh, of course. There's the fire rod. Alright, now you can go to Ice Palace. Don't even need that sword anymore. For now. You know what would be kind of cool? I don't know how you would do it. Unless you can, like, designate a subset of entrances that can have an item location, or an item be in there, and copy what Z1 does, where your take any sword, your first free sword, is always going to be in an open caves, like not going to be bomb blocked or locked by any other means. So that would be anything like, you know, there's so many of them. So it wouldn't be like Agana's Cave. It couldn't be in the bomb spot in the back of Blind's Hut, or the back of Cackwell, but it could be in the front of Cackwell. It could be in the front of Blind's Hut. Couldn't be Ice Rock Cave. Couldn't be Saha. That actually does limit quite a bit. There's a lot of bomb block chests in this game. Alright, where are we going now, Tree Sap? Checking Sick Kid, got it. While Gilgamesh is going to Ice Palace, did get the mitts. So should see, yeah, I would imagine Tree Sap is heading here next. Curious, Tree Sap, wouldn't how often have you been playing the rando, or did you like take a wee break from it for a bit? Where are we going? I feel like Tree Sap's looking at a map right now of all the take any's. That's really unfortunate that that you missed that note. You've spent a lot of time looking, and here's the thing though. Imagine that the take any's were turned on, and you've still just like have checked all the wrong ones. Like it still didn't get a sword. That would be that's why I don't like the take any's. I think it's just a bad concept. In a non-entrance shuffle, or I think it'd be okay if they were always the same every time, not shuffled amongst themselves. Like, I would love, hell, even just have an option where, like, the ferry spot right outside of Link's house that you bomb open is your take any sword. There's our Mirror and Ice Palace. That gets us another dungeon. So, once we finish all of this, I mean, we'll have 6 beatable dungeons. Because we beat this. We get our boots, we get our bow. Boots let us go beat Desert. Bow lets us beat Eastern Pod. We already have Hera done. We'll have Ice done. And then we go beat... And we still can go back and beat Thieves Town. So we're already basically at, like, 7 crystals. Or 7 Triforce pieces. Once we finish this sequence. And, you know, once Gilgamesh gets that sword, then we go beat Skull Woods. So I think collectively now we're in go mode. Or we at least we know where all the things are that we need. Oh, well, free sword. Free sword in Ice Palace. That is kind of rude if you think about it. Man, it's kind of unfortunate. If Trisep had just gone ahead and gone to Ice Palace next after getting the Fire Rod, would have picked up that sword there. Oh, now with Master Sword we can go get the cape. Just does nothing really. We do have potions. We do have a green one and a red one, though. Without Fire Rod, the green potion's kind of useless. Well, Trisep has the red one. Gilgamesh has the green one. Nice hammer strats here on Cold Stare. Okay. I mean, thankfully Pod gave us 2 tunics, so we're all set. Very comfortable here. And that is a dead Cold Stare, a Triforce piece, and the green pendant. Yeah, that's understandable. You kind of get on one mindset and then just still thinking about it. Whoa, bucko. Alright. Wow, I can't believe we're actually getting boots and an AmbroZ1a seed. That never happens. That never happens. Now, what I'm curious about is, will we see the Fire Rod from Dark Death Mountain, from Hookshot Cave for Gilgamesh for that last dungeon, or are we gonna find something else in, like, Swamp Palace? Because, I mean, that is a possibility. Let's see, Eastern Desert, Hera, Pod, Thieves, Ice, Swamp. So yeah, our last dungeon's either gonna be Skull. Yeah. I mean, if you go up and you get a Fire Rod out of Hookshot Cave, you're probably not gonna immediately go do TR. You're probably just gonna go kill Mokula. It's kind of why I feel like this mode feels a little samey, which I think is why it'd be better to an extent with Door Rando, because, you know, you never know which dungeons you can beat. It's not always going to be the same required items. I mean, the downside is that, you know, maybe this would be a good example to try something like the Door Rando option, where the interiors of the dungeons are only shuffled amongst themselves, not like a general dungeon interior pool. So, like, TR is still going to have all of its TR rooms. But, I mean, there could be a loadout where you can beat it without, you know, needing all the requirements. Unfortunately, missing that bomb jump to go to Ice-T. I feel like the way this goes is if you get sword before Mitts, then yeah, you rush Ice Palace and skip Dark Death Mountain. But if you get Mitts before sword, then you probably go Death Mountain and get your Fire Rod. Back into Thieves Town to get revenge on Blind. And just chill back and use sword beams. You know what, Kara? I like the no iframes option. Is it possible to also turn bosses? Oh yeah, of course you can, because that's... Remember when I did B mode and like I had released my Fire Rod Bs on Lamolas and they died before they even spawned? I'm just thinking, like, if I can't have iframes, then the bosses can't either. It's only fair. The other fun part about this mode is when you're in go mode, you can grab the Triforce and then just save and quit. You can just bail. You don't need the pendants. You don't need the crystals. They are junk items at this point. It's like, he's not gonna get the frog. No, he's gonna get the bow. Yeah, the interesting thing in this situation is that Treesap, though made some unfortunate mistakes, not understanding the mode, will be in GOAT mode once beating this boss and acquiring the boots and the bow. So now it's just gotta get through the rest of the dungeons. Flippers were in Skullwoods, Mitts were in Pod, and the first sword was first chest Eastern. Now there goes Cold Stare. Piece of cake. I wonder, we'll see how much swamp clear we get from Gilgamesh. I mean, what if Gilgamesh never gets the Fire Red, but instead gets the Mitts, or sorry, the flute, and goes and beats Vidi or something? Or yeah, that'd pretty much be the only other option, because nobody's beaten TR at this point. Stun that guy off screen. I'm just so happy that we actually got the boots. It took a minute for people to get them, but we got them. Yahoo! Yeah, Gilgamesh, I think you definitely need more keys, buddy. Where is Treesap going? You don't, I don't know. Definitely not going to the bow. I think Treesap might have got confused by auto-tracking, which if you buy the single arrow, it adds it to your it adds the bow to your tracker. But it definitely does not have the bow, so... Whoops. Whoops! Okay, realizes it. Mistakes were made, but that's okay. Gilgamesh skipping left side. Didn't get the big key. We'll get these next 3 checks in. There is still another sword out there somewhere, but... Heart container. There's the big key. Alright, bow. Oh, yeah, they both had the bow now. Now you can go beat Pod Eastern. So this is probably going to go be Thieves Town and Skull Woods. Right now, with that bow in hand, Tree Sap is in go mode. Has only 2 Triforce pieces, needs to get another 6. Has Thieves and Skull to do, Eastern and Pod to do, that's 4. And then Desert and Swamp. It's so weird how the seed played out, where it's just like... boom, now all of a sudden you can go beat 6 dungeons. But I mean, that's what happens when, you have non-progressive bows turned on. And Gilgamesh has 2,000 rupees. Can he even waste a silver arrow? Oh, that is another dungeon down, another Triforce piece in hand. Halfway there. Yeah, Gilgamesh gonna check a few extra things still. Still looking for either flute or fire rod. I would love it if he found the flute, so we can see 2 different dungeons. But no, gets a B! Looked like Tree Sap was trying to mirror out. That is, I think, just one of the interesting quirks about dungeons in the Light World is that... Or maybe it's pendant dungeons in the Light World. That you can mirror out and skip the pendant. There's a really cool glitch you can do where you use Samaria sword. It's like Samaria and something else. You like drop a Samaria block, dash, pick it back up, break it, and something like that. Basically, it completely skips the cutscene. The little fanfare when you hold up the pendant. No, we're not going to delete the Triforce piece. That'd be bad. I saw somebody do it once. It looked cool. Definitely not legal. That is an illegal maneuver. Oh, dang. Gilgamesh, go pull Ped. He's actually going to go pick up Ether, just in case. And then I gotta assume this is a trip to Pod Eastern next. No. There's not one on Ped. Ped is a randomized item. You're thinking of Champions Hunt. It was that one Triforce piece hunt mode where there's a Triforce piece on Ped, one at Pyramid Ferry, and one in GT Basement. We'll have to do that sometime on here at some point, because that mode was very silly. I enjoyed it. It did feel a little too samey after a while, though. That was my issue. It kind of felt like more often than not, you were always going to do Pyramid Ferry as your last one, just because it was the most convenient if you had the mirror to just get it, mirror, and run up to the guy. Oh man, well, interesting that Gilgamesh came up the mountain. I mean, he knows that Eastern and Pod are clear, so he's not going to find any progression in those dungeons. Because the only items that are left in there are the Triforce pieces on the bosses. So Gilgamesh is going to end up getting his go mode here in Hookshot Cave. Oh, hold... Oh, wait. Super Bunny first. Auto! Then I think Fire Rod was like third chest or something in here. Man, if only TR was convenient, that you could just go beat it while you're up here, but ain't nobody got time for that. Yep. Fire Rod. Oh man, I'm in go mode. Bye-bye. And then, yeah. Oh, he's thinking about it. I mean, going and killing Moth is still much faster than clearing TR. I mean, unless the big key was, like, early, then maybe not. Maybe TR would have been faster because, I mean, you're already up there. You already opened it up. And, you know, go to Skull Woods, you'd have to dash all the way to Kakariko, go through the portal. No, it's definitely slower. The Samaria platforms are the killers? Yeah, they're pretty dang slow. Dang. You know, maybe this mode would be better if it was 7 crystal or 7 Triforce pieces instead of 8. But nah, I think 8 is good. 8 seems comfy. I really think I just want to play this mode with Door Rando. Like in my vision, if it's anything like how I like to play Z1 Rando, the Triforce pieces wouldn't even be on the boss. They would just be sitting somewhere random in a dungeon. In one of the chests. Yeah, 8 holds true to the Z1 part. I was thinking with 7 we might get different dungeons cleared. But I think this just happened to be a very linear seed. Where our runners were going to get to end up playing the same, or clearing the same dungeons, just because so many were locked behind. So in this mode, you weren't able to single dip Pod. You could have single dipped Eastern. That's what I was hoping for. I would love to see, like, if Triforce pieces could be not only the requirement to defeat Ganon, but also to open up TR, or open up Ganon's tower. Tricep trying to go for the Fire Rod. Sword spin tech book getting a little too far away. Down goes Argus. It's Triforce piece number 5. And I assume we go Desert next. So the way I see this going for Tree Sap is Desert, Pod Eastern, done. Gilgamesh is going to do Pod Eastern, and then either Desert Skull. Alright, the pod is cleared. Three more to go. I think the one thing that I felt was interesting about this mode was also in its current state, you could beat the game on Fighter Sword, which I thought was neat. It does feel kind of lacking when there's not a final boss fight, like Ganon. But it was nice because it was quicker, and it was just one less required item you had to think about. I wonder if I wonder if we'll... I mean, we're not going to see the big tempered sword, but I wonder if anyone found the third sword anywhere. And unfortunately, I don't have the spoiler logs for these seeds. Yeah, while these runners are just kind of clearing everything, don't forget, I wouldn't be able to do these restreams without these runners. Make sure you go support them any way you see fit. I have linked their channels in chat. I don't know too much what Treesap does, but I know Gilgamesh does plenty of randos, does tourney stuff, and also does some restream shenanigans as well. But I appreciate them letting me restream them and call them ding-dongs. We saw some shenanigans from both runners for sure. Well, I mean, for me, having a spoiler log, I mean, I'd look at it after the seed was over just to see where stuff was. I wouldn't look at it ahead of time. That'd be silly. All right, Eastern done. Triforce 6. So Treesap has less to travel because Gilgamesh still has to go kind of to 2 different corners of the map. Top left corner, bottom left corner. And yeah, can grab the Triforce and just bail. I'll go ahead and mark it anyway. The downside, though, is you don't get the refill. But fortunately, neither of these bosses require magic, so... That's interesting how close this ended up being between these two. Even with Gilgamesh's less ideal routing, you know, missing out on hookshot before going up the mountain. And, you know, Treesap saved a bunch of time having Fire Rod before the mitts. Or no, you need the mitts to get fire. Having Fire Rod before going to Ice Palace. So it's, you know, essentially in go mode once they found the mirror. Them damn take any caves that didn't actually exist. Lost a little bit of time to that. But that's okay. Live and learn. I can't imagine why Treesap would want... Oh, magic, so you could do Samaria strats on this block. I see. Did he not pick up a magic potion? I don't want to use silvers on. You definitely want to use arrows on these guys. Got 15 smackers to spend. I love that even in this situation, that muscle memory still taking over. Well, I mean, that small key was in the way anyway. And Gilgamesh did skip the other small key here in Desert. Wow, look at that. The simultaneous wall movements. It's looking like Gilgamesh is going to get through these dungeons a little bit quicker. I mean, Pod is a pretty lengthy dungeon, even in Go mode, even when you already have the big key. Gilgamesh wanting to grab that crystal, just wanting that refill. Though does have a green potion. Could have saved and quit out of before grabbing that and just drank the green potion, leaving Sanctuary. But one left to go. Just gotta go kill Moth, save and quit, and then go talk to the dude outside Hyrule Castle, and that'll be it. Ding ding. Look like Treesap set up that spin speed state so you can get these nicer hammer hitboxes for Helma. That is a dead Helma, and we're almost out here. It's kind of nice every now and then to play a mode where it doesn't involve having to go through all of GT. I know I've had plenty of seeds where I've been frustrated because I already solved the puzzle, and then I get to GT and it's like, I gotta solve one more puzzle and find this stupid big key and lose time. I've definitely been frustrated by that in the past. Let's take a look. I'm ready to see this Moth fight. I better see some dang hammer strats here. Just clearing shop, just getting all those Gibdos out of here. We don't need to see them. We're done with them. Plenty keys to spare. No spins, only hammer. Come on. I do like me some hammer strats on Moth. Moth is not being very friendly though. He's being friendlier, and he's dead. The friendliest Moth is a dead one. Grab that, shave and quit. Gilgamesh about to be finished. Treesap not too far behind. Hey, just gotta run up here and talk to some guy. Twink. And that's it. Get your GGs in chat for Gilgamesh. Nice, solid 126. Let's take a look. This is about a 126.13. 126.09 for the finish time. Not too bad. Not too shabby. And yeah, Treesap's not too far behind either. Not the last Triforce piece, and gonna be heading up there as well. So yeah. You can tell why I picked these two runners specifically. They did have the closest times. Actually, that's not true. There was actually a closer time, but one of the players didn't want to get restreamed, so. And that's it. Yay! GG's to the runners! Thank you again for letting me restream. This was a fun mode. This was a cool seed. I really liked seeing the boots actually play a big part in this seed, especially because in my experience, the Z1 Ambrosia seeds, like, so many times the boots just don't come up at all. And hey, look, as I predicted, Meyer and TR are skipped, as is tradition. Yeah, they ended up finishing about 50 seconds apart. 126.09 versus 126.59. Yeah, some of the other finish times, we had Locke with a 113.43. Plouffault came in with a 115.43, so those two about 2 minutes. Rambler with a 116.20, and Dataplay with a 121.25. And those were, of the times submitted, those are the only ones that were under the 90-minute mark. So, but thank you everyone that participated in Async 6. Thanks again to TreeSap and Gilgamesh for letting me restream their race. Well, restream their playthrough. It's not a race. It's kind of a race, but it's also not a race. But yeah, this was fun.